Wait.
Good morning, Tuesday, February 6th, 2024.
I swear, Deja and I do not plan our outfits.
Part 2.
No, it's crazy. It's Tuesday.
That is really...
Part 2 of episode 108. Season 2.
Good morning, Tuesday, February 6th, 2024.
I swear, Deja and I do not plan our outfits.
I know, it's crazy. And then what I do is I turn it this
That is
way, and
really
It's
great.
wild. It's wild how we have the same brain.
It is.
yeah, here I go again.
Wow. Okay, I know it's Tuesday, but I had the weekend of all weekends. It was Mark's dream.
It was Mark's fantasy weekend.
Sports. First of all, we went to Michigan to see the Michigan Wolverines beat the number 2 Iowa Hawkeyes. Now the Hawkeyes, they're rough and tumble. Those guys are hard-nosed guys, and our wrestlers defeated them. I mean, it was a pretty good
It was so
butt
good.
kicking.
It was
really nice.
so good.
And the usher there, we were sitting in our seats, and the usher came to me and said, "Hey, check this out." She's lovely. I got to remember her name. I'm so sorry, but that was great. And we got to sit next to the new head football coach for the Michigan Wolverines.
Where did you get that picture?
I don't know. Somebody sent it to us. Look at that. We were talking strategy. That was his wife, Kelly.
You were strategizing?
And you know what? I know he's smart because he also married a Kelly.
Yes. Right.
He married a Kelly.
All the smart guys marry women
I was
named
talking
Kelly.
football with him. I said, "Coach, I think you should do this." He said, "You're right, Mark. We should do that." No, that didn't happen.
None of that happened.
And then I flew off to Italy. Okay, we own a soccer team over there, 4th Division soccer team, the Campobasso Wolves, and we played Roma City. Now, Roma beat us in the first part of the season. I didn't like how that game went, so I wanted to come home to our stadium and see what was going on to make sure we brought a victory home to our team. I brought my daughter, Lola Consuelos, who is, she lives in London, so she made the trip over. I got to meet our captain, Nonni. His last name is Nonni. He's a good guy. He's like the leader of the team. Look at that. He said, "Hey, Mark, what should we do?" I told him, "I'll tell you what you should do."
Yes.
Then we had...
You did a lot of that.
And then afterwards, we won. We won 2-1. And I got to have dinner with the coach. Now, this coach he's a legend. He played with Diego Maradona in Naples.
Did you tell the coach what you think should happen?
Yes, I told him what should happen. This is Rosario Pergolizzi, and then the president of the team, Matt Rosetta. And then afterwards, we took a big team photo here with the whole team.
And
Lola, yes. I didn't eat anything green the whole time I was there.
I disagree. I'm looking at your plate. It looks like you have a salad in front of you.
What is that? That's a little bit of arugula. Yeah, off to the side.
That is green.
You're right. I did find something green. But I had pizza and I had pasta and I had those beautiful croissants, the little things with the pastries.
Cornetto
with my little espresso.
I learned that on Babbel. Thank you so much.
And it was so great. Lola's a big soccer fan.
I know she is.
She's a huge soccer fan.
It was very funny when Mark said to me, we were in Michigan, and he said, "Do you want to fly with me to Italy for 24 hours. And I said, "I'm Kelly. Have we met?" No, I don't want to fly to Italy for 24 hours. I want to fly to Italy for an extended vacation or for retirement,
I hit the ground running. We went straight, to this team sport. It looked busy. Went to the game. I got to do sports shows afterwards. I was on a panel.
So you were speaking Italian?
Speaking in Italian, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you nervous at all?
So nervous.
Yes.
So nervous. But I had Matt Rosetta next to me, who's the president of the team.
You had your emotional support Italian.
Next side. And with all reports were that I did really, really well.
Well, it's your first language,
Yeah,
so
I
you
know.
should do
Still,
really,
when
really
they're
well.
asking you these things.
That's
what's
like
that?
me.
I'm on TV.
That is like me bragging about speaking English here.
So then we did another sports show afterwards, and they wouldn't let me go on with him. They wanted me to go separately.
Yeah.
And
They took away your
my
emotional support battalion.
And the guy is this older gentleman, and he's kind of he has an interesting way about him. He goes, "I don't know who you are, but they say you're somebody. They say you're somebody. They say that you're the most beautiful man in the world." I guess from the People magazine.
Oh, yes.
I said, "Sí,
Sexy, yes, me, sexy.
corretto. Lei say corretto." And he goes, "So you're Italian?" I said, "Yeah, my mom's Italian, my dad's Mexican." He goes, "Hasta la vista, baby." That's what he said to me. "Hasta la vista, baby." I go, "Good. That's really nice." That one was a little bumpy, but I got to do it.
So he was like
He was trolling me. He was trolling me a little bit. Yeah.
Good, okay. Well, at least you understood that you were being trolled.
I was being trolled just a little bit.
I would have been on my Babel.
Okay. Do you know that? Does he realize that you said you were Mexican, and does he realize that what he was saying to you was a line by an Austrian in an American movie? He probably thought, he probably just didn't care about. He probably had an interview because it was part of the job. His boss told him to, so he was kind of mocking you, like, "Oh, great, I have to hire this rich American that just wants to pop over whenever and pretend like he cares. We see him once a year, Mr. Richman."
That one was a little bumpy, but I got to do it.
So he was like
He was trolling me. He was trolling me a little bit. Yeah.
Good, okay. Well, at least you understood that you were being trolled.
I was being trolled just a little bit.
I would have been on my Babel app really confused.
Yeah, but it was really, really great, and we're first place. We're tied for first place. 12 games left. 12 games left. If we win the league, we go to the third division. Huge deal.
And then what happens?
And then we try to go to the second division. And then we try to go to the first
You
division.
guys know how this started, right? Mark told me that we were buying property in Italy.
Oh my fucking
I'm not kidding.
God. I know you're not kidding. You know how I know you're not fucking kidding? Is because you have fucking told this story like 6 times in the last fucking year, in maybe 18 months. And you have told this story, and you tell it every time you tell it like you're telling it for the first time. You tell it like you're telling it to someone that hasn't heard it before. You're that fucking girl at the office that tells you a fucking story, and then they fucking tell you the same story 4 months later, and then at the Christmas party, they tell the same story to you. Then they say the story to someone else while you're there, and then that fucking next St. Valentine's Day little romance Friday, you tell the same story. You have told this story, and you can go through a quick Cliff's Notes to reminder. But you are starting over from the beginning and give us the whole 3-minute fucking bit, all complete with the fucking pauses and the inflection and the tone. Like, we know the story about how he said you thought he meant you bought land and a house so you could retire there, and then it was a football field, and we're all gonna laugh, all the audience, even if you think, well, it's a different audience of 200 people than it has been the other times. These people in the audience were probably watching TV when you told the story. So everyone in the audience knows the fucking story. We all know the fucking story. It's not even that funny. And it gets less and less funny the more you tell it. We know. Even if it's 200 people that you've never seen in this audience, what about the fucking 200,000 people that are fucking watching it from home? Not to mention that everyone in the audience probably knows the story. We don't need you to fucking tell us the same fucking story again. Adio mio, what the fuck? I swear to fucking God. I said this in an earlier episode when she told the story like the 5th time. I'm repeating. She's told the story again, and I fucking went on the same fucking rant. They're fucking like a record. There's 12 tracks on the record. After the track 12 is over, if you want to listen to the group again, you have to listen to track 1. You can't listen to new music. You're just listening to the same songs over and over. Their album is done. These two people, all they're doing now is just recycling their same lame material over and over again, and they're just going to keep on looping the same material until they get fired or they die. Please, Kelly,
Look, I'm going to invest in
enlighten us with your stupid fucking story about how you were dumb enough and you didn't understand what the fuck your husband meant. Enlighten us, please. Let me get my fucking popcorn, Kelly, the repeater.
We go to the third division. Huge deal.
And then what happens?
And then we try to go to the second division. And then we try to go to the first
You
division.
guys know how this started, right? Mark told me that we were buying property in Italy. I'm not kidding. He's like, look, I'm going to invest in a property in Italy. What do you think? And I was like, yes.
He said he's going to buy
Yes.
property.
We can retire there. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Who doesn't want to? Under the Tuscan sun, guys. Who doesn't want to do that? Right? It's like a fantasy. You could buy a town for $1. I send you the articles all the time. You can buy a town for $1.
There's a catch. There's a catch to that, though. There's definitely a catch.
Well, the catch is it's really, you're not buying property. You're buying like a field that people play soccer on.
Well, it is property. The catch
Like,
is
I
that you
can't
buy it for $1,
build a
but you
house
got to pay
in the middle of the
taxes on it, and you
field.
have to spend
You
your money to
understand.
maintain
We
it.
use a lawn guy that makes the field nice on our. If we do buy a house there, it'd be really nice. I know a great lawn guy.
This is all part of the lie. You understand? You're now accomplices in the lie.
Hey, listen, it's going to be nice here in New York. It's going to get to 58 by Saturday, but nice and sunny. All throughout. There you go. Well, on the other hand, in California, man, oh my gosh, in Southern California,
It's really scary.
for more flooding from one in 1,000-year rainfall event.
Did you see what happened to Christopher Buckle?
Did he die?
He was leaving a Grammy party, and
So he was going to get Mariah Carey ready for the Grammys, and he got caught in a mudslide. Literally walking to
it's
place.
pretty.
Mudslide took him out. I
They
mean,
had 4 inches of rain on
it's really
Sunday, breaking the record for the day by more than an inch. It's the most rain in one day in more than 20 years they've had there. So hopefully it slows down for when we go out there for the Oscars.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Sure, this is getting all rained out. It's going to be sunny and beautiful.
does the weather system think we're coming there this week? Because this
changed the
is
date.
very typical of our
Yeah.
Academy Awards weather when we go there.
Yeah, mudslides. It's very serious.
Really
it's a very
serious, really
situation.
So I don't really know how to segue from that into
Just do
this,
it. Just
but I'm going to pivot. So, we are right on trend right now with the 20-somethings.
What?
We are in with the 20-somethings.
Tell me.
The hottest new bedtime
Yes.
is 9 p.m. for 20-somethings.
Really?
Yes. And yeah.
I would just be getting ready at 9 p.m. to go out.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when we were
let's go out.
we would decide
ready.
to shower and get ready to go out. We would decide to go out at 9.
9.
And then we would get ready around 10, 10:30.
So they're going to bed early now.
They're going to bed early. And ever since we got that mattress cover, my bedtime, now the mattress cover has been telling me that my routine is off because I go to bed even earlier than my set
Because it makes it
bedtime
warm.
because the mattress is so nice. My side of the bed is warm. It heats up. I can control it with my phone. So if he has the bedroom freezing cold as he likes to do, I set my mattress to 90 degrees on my side. And I get in there, and I'm in the Caribbean, y'all.
You could cook shrimp on your side.
Oh my gosh, can
Yeah.
cook shrimp.
Yeah.
Yes.
A nice little Brussels sprout. You could bake a Brussels sprout.
I could bake bread on my side. It is so nice and warm on my side.
Yeah, it radiates over to my side.
Oh, turn your side colder.
Okay. So Las Vegas, the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas this year. It's going to be fun. And we're also going there too. We're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Is it going to be during the same time? No.
February 26th.
We're taping the 26th and 27th of February. This happens this weekend. There's an issue though. they're running out of parking spaces for the private jets.
Running out of parking spaces on the private jet.
And this got people worried. Well, how is Taylor Swift going to get there? Not to worry. The NFL gave them one of their spots that they give the owners. She practically owns the Chiefs.
She's coming from overseas. Yeah, she's got a concert. Yeah,
she's got a concert. She's going to make it. She should. Yeah, she's good luck.
So she's going to make it in.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting! I didn't even think about. I didn't even think about Taylor Swift. I was thinking about all of the, billion. Apparently, it's like the cheapest seat at the Super Bowl is like $6,900.
Wow.
Okay, so just think about that. That is oppressively expensive for a ticket.
I've been to the Super Bowl a couple of times, and once when my Buccaneers won, and other times you get invited down for like those weekends, with celebrity games, softball games, and I was like, all right, I want to go. I went to the one in Miami. I think I went to one somewhere else.
You get around. It's so funny.
I like having Consuelos around.
Half the time when you're somewhere. And I'm going to be honest, I have no idea where you are. People will say, "Where's Mark this weekend?" And I go, "I don't know."
He told me, but I'm not listening. I wasn't listening.
Yeah, it's like because you're always like
on the move.
On the move, yeah. You're definitely.
I like watching it on TV.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like watching it.
Well, because I think if you're at the Super Bowl, and if you watch the Super Bowl the way I do, I watch for the concert and I watch for the commercials. I'm not really watching the game. Sorry, I said it. Unless the Eagles are in it, I'm not really dialed into what's happening.
Exactly, I understand.
So I watch for you can't see the commercials if you're there. They're not airing the commercials.
Right.
And, you don't have as good a seat for the concert as you do.
It doesn't sound the same.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who do you like for the Super Bowl? Who do you want?
I don't even know who's in it.
It's the 49ers.
Okay.
With their quarterback was the last person picked in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. They call it. It's his second year. It's his first year in the Super Bowl.
I'd say he's pretty relevant.
Yeah. Well, he's amazing. No, the guy's amazing.
Okay.
Against the Chiefs.
Okay.
So it's Taylor Swift
versus
Brock Purdy.
Okay. I don't know. Who do I like?
Taylor.
All right.
I'm staying out of it.
Staying out of it.
Unless the birds are in it, I'm staying out of it. We have a huge show today. Quinta Brunson is here.
She's lovely.
She to me is like.
I thought she looked like she was like 18 years old.
She does. Every time I see her, I'm like, I forget you look like an 18-year-old.
Yeah, she looks great. Also, we'll give you tips on overcoming dating obstacles and how to find happiness on your own.
Oh.
This is for you.
It's true. It's like if I had to date right now.
Oh boy.
Do you know how?
You'd be swiping everyone.
I'd be like, no.
Or we're gonna give you tips.
Okay, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, we're gonna tell you how you could win a trip to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know what time it is right now. It's the reason you all showed up today. It's time to play.
That was a zesty one there. Okay, let's say hello to Willa Wilson from Commerce Township, Michigan, who watches the show on WXYZ. Good morning, Willa. How are you?
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mark.
Hey, how's it going there in Michigan? You getting any snow?
No, not today.
All right, good. Okay. All right, you know how this game works. You've given us 60. You've given us two statements. One is true, one is false. I will give you 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you'll win this. And this. Yep. All right. Here are Willa's statements. I collected frogs and worms as a kid, or I have more than 300 Barbie dolls. All right, let's start with the Barbie dolls. Do you know how many you have exactly?
Oh, I'm gonna say the
Not
truth
really.
is real
A
quick.
little over 300.
This is
Okay.
this is a little
When did
unorthodox.
you start collecting?
I'm going to say without any questions. I kind of heard a little bit of that question, but usually I guess without any clues or any advantage, I have 300 Barbie dolls. I collect frogs, and I collected frogs and worms as a kid. I have over 300 Barbie dolls. I'm gonna say that's a lot of dolls. Maybe she has 200 and something, or maybe she has like 320, because that's an incredibly number. I'm gonna say that the truth is that she collected frogs and worms as a kid, and that the 300 Barbie dolls is a lie, based on common sense and logic. Common sense and awesome logic. No clues, no questions. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, actually, my late husband started collecting them, and when he passed, I kept on collecting.
So it was his collection?
It was his collection. Now it's mine.
Your
Not
husband
yours.
was gay?
Okay, and what's the oldest? From what year is the oldest Barbie you have?
Probably 1954.
That's funny because they didn't start making Barbies until 1959, but that's okay.
Oh, well. Maybe she said that to throw you off and fuck you up.
Okay. See, I try to catch her on that one.
No, you don't say.
All right, tell us about the frogs and worms as a kid. Tell us about that.
Well, I like to fish, so I would collect worms to fish, and I would chase my sisters with the frogs.
Okay.
I used to like to catch frogs as a
You
kid.
did? You didn't mess with those worms, though, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Well, they were his, so I'm not sure.
Okay. See, I try to catch her on that one. All right, tell us about the frogs and worms as a kid. Tell us about that.
Well, I like to fish, so I would collect worms to fish, and I would chase my sisters with the frogs.
Okay.
See, I think that's the truth, because she kept it short and sweet.
You did? You didn't mess with those worms, though, did you?
No, I did not. I have a fear of worms, but I used to catch frogs as a kid.
Yeah.
I used to like to catch frogs as a kid.
You did? You didn't mess with those worms, though, did you?
No, I did not. I have a fear of worms, but I used to catch frogs as a kid.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna say that your husband started this collection of Barbies, and that you have more than 300 Barbie dolls now.
You're wrong, Mark. You are wrong, Mark.
Not the limb. Not the limb.
No.
He went out on that limb and the limb broke.
The limb broke.
I'm glad.
Good job. You won. You won the mug. You won the T-shirt. Now let's see if we can win you a valuable trip.
It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia. That's our trivia dancer, Joe Newman from Fairfield, Connecticut.
Joe Newman looks like a girl. And let me guess, you are a professional dancer. Think you sweat till you bleed, and I'm gonna F you hard.
That's our trivia dancer, Joe Newman from Fairfield, Connecticut. Deja, spin that wheel to see what else Will is playing for. Okay, Willie. you're playing for a trip for two to the Pineapple Beach Club in Antigua. 7 days and 6 nights in a beachfront room. It's all inclusive. It's a prize valued at $8,100. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
All right, here we go. On yesterday's show, what social media star did Kelly meet and was featured in our most viewed social media post of the year?
Madonna.
No, the fucking gay guy with the dog. The pug.
No,
Kelly
seriously.
Ripug.
No, it was Kelly Ripug.
Yeah, the guy with the fucking dog.
Oh, Kelly Ripa.
Look at the reaction. She's so confident. She's like, Madonna.
No, it was yesterday's. No.
She's,
It
no.
was Kelly Ripug.
What?
Kelly meet and was featured in our most viewed social media post of the year.
Madonna.
No.
Mark can't help himself with the
it's
laugh at her
just-
dumbass.
No, it was Kelly Ripug.
Kelly
Oh,
Ripa.
Kelly Ripa.
I'm sorry.
But Madonna would have been an excellent guess.
I did know that one.
Yeah, sorry. But listen, there's still exciting news. You're not going to be entered into our grand prize drawing for a Caribbean vacation valued at approximately $14,000. Plus, now you and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a Roomba vacuum from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 153.
153.
153.
All right. You don't seem that excited, but it's okay.
I don't give a shit. My wife dragged me here, and I like
When we return,
vacuuming,
Quinta
so
Brunson's here. Stick around.
this burns my biscuit.
Still ahead on Live, we'll give you tips on finding love and happiness on your own. We'll tell you all you need to know to win a fabulous trip to Hawaii. And coming up next, Quinta Brunson.
And now we're going to go to the interview part of Quinta Brunson's interview. Let's see what we got here. There's an inbox. We did, let's go here. Quinta Brunson was a dancer as a kid.
What kind of kid were you? Were you involved in the drama programs? Were you creative?
I was a dancer when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I started my love affair.
So you were always shy.
As you can see, a goofball and a big experience from my mother, but I was a dancer. I was an A student. I loved to get good grades. And I loved comedy just as much as I do now.
Really?
Yeah, I was
What were your
watching-
favorite? Like, did you watch sitcoms back?
Oh yeah, I was watching Martin. I was
Oh, wow.
watching a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, Martin Love. Yes, I was watching Martin, but I also watched a lot of older sitcoms with my parents. So Brady Bunch, Laverne and Shirley.
Yes.
Yes, I know. What was the Dick Van Dyke Show? Like all the black and whites. A really old show called the Real McCoys. I know, just dirt old, just black and white and so old. But I also liked kid shows. Like Even Stevens was a show that I was.
Sure.
I would go, this is art. Now this is. It was like the kid Seinfeld. But yeah, whatever I could get my hands on.
Jesus Christ. Let me guess. What is this shit?
What kind of kid were you? Were you involved in the drama programs? Were you creative?
I was a dancer when I was a kid. I started I loved to get good grades. And I loved comedy just as much as I do now.
Really?
Yeah, I was
What were your
watching-
favorite? Like, did you watch sitcoms back?
Oh yeah, I was watching Martin. I was
Oh, wow.
watching a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, Martin Love.
She says Martin, and Mark goes,
I was
oh,
watching
wow.
Martin, but I
Like he's
also
trying to
watched
be
a
like,
lot of
oh,
older
man,
sitcoms
yeah,
with
but
my
he's never
parents, so
watched it. He doesn't know.
Brady Bunch, Laverne and Shirley.
Yes.
Yes.
Mark Consuelos is not 23 years old,
What was my-
22
the
years
Dick Van
old,
Dyke
working
Show,
on
like
All
all
My
the
Children
black
and watching
whites.
Martin. He was busy
A
fucking
really old
Kelly
show called The
and
Real
watching like
McCoys.
probably reruns of
I know,
Dallas.
just dirt old, just black and white and so old. But I also liked kid shows. Like Even Stevens was a show that I was. I know. what was the Dick Van Dyke Show? Like all the black and whites. A really old show called the Real McCoys. I know, just dirt old, just black and white and so old. But I also liked kid shows. Like Even Stevens was a show that I was
Sure.
I would go, this is art. Now this is comedy. It was like the kid Seinfeld. But yeah, whatever I could get my hands on.
Hope the public can help. Yeah, I ain't helping with shit. You want me to fucking do your work for you? All right, so that's the end of that. That's 1:07. This then is Quinta Brunson talks about her second Emmy win. Enjoy, guys.
Last month,
Merry
you won
Christmas.
Your second Emmy. This time for Abbott. Last time it was for writing, yeah?
Yes.
What was the inspiration for the show for you since you wrote it, you created it? Your mom was a teacher?
Yeah, my mother was a teacher. It was pretty much just being there, observing her every move because I was in her class, and then I would be with her both before and after school. And I got to just see so much of the world. So I carried that with me for a long time. And when it came time to kind of create a show for network television, I knew that was going to be the perfect show.
Well, you were right. You were definitely.
By the way, we should point out that Quinta was also nominated for best guest starring role on SNL.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
So what was that like? Because I mean, you were in every sketch.
That was exciting because hosting SNL was a dream come true for me. So it was incredible to not only host, that was just the first thing, but to get nominated. I didn't even know what to say. I couldn't really process that one. I was also very excited because Taraji P. Henson, who plays my mother on Abbott, she was nominated for Best Guest Star for Abbott.
Oh
So I was really excited about that. And
We were nominated against each other.
yes, and I would have been very happy if either of us won, but the wonderful Judith Light won, actually. And we love her, and we were just, everyone in the room was so excited for her. She's a wonderful woman. I just saw her, we went to go see the same play at Broadway, so that was really nice.
Oh.
But yeah.
Famous people colliding in this. I love it.
And I think that's pretty much it. The rest of it you saw on the first half off of the real television, because the guest stars on Abbott you saw. I mean, what the fuck?
Scene from the season 3 premiere. That's
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 90
scene from the
seconds.
season 3 premiere. That's your
Yeah.
premiere episode. What's it called again? The Great Huge.
Oh, Supersize.
Supersize.
Premiere.
Right.
Yes.
I love it too because you are so
I love it, I
tiny
love it.
that
Yeah.
it's called the Supersize.
Is it 2
premiere.
episodes? Is that why it is? Or
So yes, it's an hour long,
Okay.
so it's about 42 minutes. No one cares about this part, but yes, it's a long episode. When we were writing it, we realized that we just wanted more time.
You needed more.
Yeah, because we're coming back from a long break, and we wanted more time to explain how and why, and we have a great big plot. Anyway, I'm excited about
Anybody that hasn't seen the show, of course, Quinta plays Janine, second grade teacher. What's anything? I know you can't tell us anything.
Yeah, what
but
can we expect?
Can you
You
give
can
us
expect-
a little nugget?
You can expect some really big changes that kind of make life with our characters more fun, in my opinion. You can expect. I realize we have a lot of incredible guest stars this season. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but I was just on the plane on the way over here looking at the names, and we always write character first. We don't think, oh, we want to get this person on our show. So it's really exciting when we wind up with these actors who, you know, if I was a kid, I have to tell my kid self, like, this person's on your show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You understand
That's
what
great.
that is? So I'm excited, like comedic heroes, people who are some of the most talented people in the world, and I am really, really excited by that.
You know how to make a red eye? And then we're gonna go to sleep. And then are we like catching a midnight? No. We're going to spend the whole day. We're going to go straight to watch the game, have lunch, maybe grab a bite if you're hungry. If not, after there's going to be dinner. So if you can hold it, wait till after the game. All right. So that is the end of part 2 of episode 108 of fucking Kelly and Mark. Season 2, fucking from February 6th. Ciao, Bella. Di mo tete ko ala shata lola. That means, how's your Virginia taste?